everyone, it's Lisa Espinosa. I'm so happy to be here with you today on the new moon. And if you're new to connecting with me, I just want you to know that what I do, I'm a spiritual career coach, and the focus of my work is to help you, to help all my clients and students to connect with their soul's guidance and evolve their career from that place so that you can share your soul's medicine with the world. So I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted because a notification just came up. So I'm gonna X that out, something from Facebook. All right, so I decided to do this little surprise impromptu, hello Jessica, Facebook Live. Honestly, I didn't even know it was a new moon when I was yesterday just kind of meditating and praying and spending some alone time with my soul. And I was really feeling like I was meant to create a sacred space today for whoever showed up live or watched the recording. And then as I was preparing to send the announcement, I happened to remember that it was also the new moon. So if you don't know, the new moon is a time to plant seeds, to receive seeds from your soul for this next 28-day cycle. Hi Leticia, hello Jan. And what that means is that this is a perfect time to go within, to align with your beautiful soul and ask your soul, well, what am I supposed to nurture these next 28 days? What are the priorities? What am I meant to create? Now, the focus of my work is career, is your life's purpose, your life's mission. Of course, you may receive guidance about all parts of your life, but as I'm talking right now, I'm really specifically talking about how you are meant to share your gifts with the world, which might be in an existing career you have right now, or it might be that you're evolving the career you currently have, or you might even be retired, but you know that you still have a lot of beautiful gifts to share with the world. So this week on Thursday, I'm having my virtual career Reiki. It's called Embody Your Sovereignty. So as we gathered together today, I knew that I wanted to talk a little bit about what that meant, embodying sovereignty, or that word sovereignty. And if you did the novena with me, that was one of the themes. So sovereignty, freedom, right? And what I'm talking about, what a lot of spiritual teachers are talking about when they talk about sovereignty, is being free from our egoic mind, free from all of that programming that as humans we all have. The programming which, and I like using the word programming rather than just ego, because ego can have so much ego around it, so much heaviness around it. Just like the word karma, it can scare people. Or programming, if you think of a computer or your phone that's running an old program, you know when it's time to upgrade, right? Where the program is just so old, it's taking way longer to do what it's supposed to do. It's getting all these viruses. It's just an old program. So our ego is an old program, but we all have it because that's part of the human experience. It's part of what we sign up for. So that's why I always remind you, this is nothing to be ashamed of or to beat yourself up about. That's part of the journey of being on the earth plane, of being a human. We have an ego, we have this old programming. And of course we have specific programming connecting to our own lineage, our own experiences and family. And then there's also just like programming that's the collective programming that all of us humans have to some degree or another. So when we're in our egoic mind, we are often in fear, we're comparing ourselves, we're judging ourselves, we're judging others, we can be on this journey of gathering things that we think are going to make us happy, and then when we get them, we realize either they make us happy for a little short time or they don't even make us happy, and we're right away jumping to the next thing. So when we talk about sovereignty, is having freedom from that programming. Now, when we are in the human realm, we're never going to be totally free of it. Once we are, we will be ascended, right? We will have crossed the veil. We might be ascended masters that come back to help humanity. But when we're here on the earth plane, there's always going to be our ego in the background, right? Our ego, that programming, we're going to notice it. What starts to happen though is that our ego isn't the default anymore, that our divine self is the default. That's what sovereignty means. That's what I mean when I'm saying embody your sovereignty. It means that yes, we have those egoic thoughts. Yes, we have that programming, but more and more we have space from it. We can notice it. We can be curious about it. Sometimes we might even be amused by it, but we're aligned with our soul first, with our divine self, and we move and take action from that place. That's what sovereignty is. That is real sovereignty, because then when we are aligned with our divine self, our external reality has to change. It has to match our default programming, which would be the divine self at that moment. So on Thursday, the whole hour session is going to be about that, and sending you Reiki and clearing that old programming. Today, as we're here on the new moon, I want to invite all of us, as we go into a meditation, to set these intentions and goals from our divine mind, not from our egoic mind. Our ego can come up with lots of great goals and intentions that might sound really awesome. And they might be. There's nothing, I don't want to make it sound like the ego is evil or bad. It can do some pretty bad things, but it's not inherently evil, that word. I don't even like using that word. However, it just has our ego has always a specific agenda. So it's really important, as we enter this sacred space right now, that we're setting the intention, that we're asking our soul, we're asking our divine self to be the one that shows us the vision for these next 28 days. So from now till really August 18th is the next new moon. So think about that. From now till August 18th, we are saying this is a container from now till August 18th, from new moon to new moon. And we're all asking our soul, our divine self, we're asking the divine God, whatever name you have for the divine, to give us a vision of what we are meant to create and nurture during this time. So that's what we're going to do. And I love doing this together because it strengthens our perseverance, our commitment and focus and discipline, so that we follow through. It's really easy to do these meditations, or any meditations, and have these really great insights, and like we're done with the meditation, we go back to the real world, which of course is such an illusion, because the real world is actually what happens when we're connecting with our divine self. But our egoic mind is like, okay, back to the real world, and we can just forget. We just like let all those insights just kind of like dissolve. So we're doing this together right now so that that doesn't happen, so that we strengthen that muscle of, oh, okay, wait, this is what my divine self, this is the guidance that I received. So I really encourage you, if not now, today at some point, to write down whatever comes to you. Write it down and look at it throughout these 28 days. Create some reminders for yourself. Like, set yourself up for success, just like you do for anything you're really serious about. If, when you were in school, when you were trying to get some certification or whatever you've done, whatever wonderful things you've accomplished, you know how to set yourself up for success, right? You know that you have to schedule things on the calendar, that you have to write yourself reminders, that you might need to talk to your family and say, hey, I need to study during this time. It is the same thing. We use all of those skills you have for this now. Like, okay, this is what my soul gave me as guidance. Let me write this down. Let me write reminders for myself. I'm going to commit to meditating 3 minutes a day. Okay, let me schedule that on my calendar. Let me tell my family that this is what I'm going to do. We set ourselves up for success in that way. And of course, if you don't get to do it every day, that's fine. But create, that really came strongly today as I was preparing for this. Create the systems in your home, and it doesn't need to be, in fact, it should not be complicated, so that this is successful. Notice all the ways that you can sabotage yourself. And again, without any shaming of yourself, we all do it. Every human being does it. The difference is when we commit to noticing the way we sabotage ourselves with compassion, and to use our intellect, use our beautiful, those parts of us that are so good at managing, use that skill to follow our soul's guidance. That is true sovereignty. That is listening to your heart and aligning your will to follow your heart's guidance. So let's go ahead and just take some nice cleansing breaths as we get ready to begin our inner journey. And as you take your nice cleansing breaths, connect with your body. Start to bring your awareness to your hips and your pelvis, your thighs, knees, ankles, and feet. And just let yourself feel very present. And I invite you to visualize those roots of light that are going down your legs and out the bottoms of your feet, deep into the earth, all the way through the layers of the earth, into the heart of the earth. And feeling the support of Mother Earth, of Gaia Earth. And then let's connect all of our roots with each other. Those of you who are here live, those of you who will watch the recording. And by the way, if you're watching this and it's not the new moon, it doesn't matter. Just start from where you are at and do a 28-day cycle from that day. So we're connecting our roots so that we create this beautiful network of roots. We're creating a bigger container so that our ability to receive the guidance and the wisdom and the love and the healing from our soul gets magnified as we do this together. So feel that connection, and now we breathe all of that earth energy in. Let it flow all the way to the crown of your head so you're feeling so present. Really give yourself permission to be here. In fact, let's do our Mudra of Presence. If you haven't done it before, it's very simple. We bring our arm up and we come down, and as we do this, you say, I am present. I am here. Let's do that 2 more times. I am present. I am here. And again. I am present. I am here. So in this space, we enter a ceremonial space. And when we enter ceremony, we are entering a space where miraculous healing can occur, where we can access divine solutions. This is all beyond our logical and intellectual understanding. And as we enter the ceremonial space, welcome all of your guardian angels, welcome all of your divine teachers, whoever you connect with. And I forgot to mention that our overlighting mentor for today is Mahavatar Babaji, who's such a loving, wise, divine masculine teacher. If you ever read the autobiography of a yogi, which is a story of Paramahansa Yogananda, which I highly recommend, his guru, his teacher was Babaji. So he is here, and I just want to share with you the message of this card. It says, your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. And here he is. So he is here with us in the ceremonial space, helping us to understand from that place that doesn't know how it understands the connection of all things, not just in the universal world, but in your own world. So that there's this medicine right now of understanding how everything that you've experienced has been perfect and divine, has led you to this moment. And how these 28 days that we are beginning today are blessed and sacred. So in this space, bring your hands to your heart center, or just your awareness there. And close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing that. And as you do that, just let your soul know, either out loud or in your mind, beautiful soul, I am open to receiving your guidance. I am open to receiving your blessing, your wisdom, especially about these 28 days, this 28-day cycle that starts today. So set that intention that you are open to be led from your soul that knows the connection between all things, that knows what will bring you true joy and happiness. So we're setting that intention. Beautiful soul and divine self, lead us in this meditation as we prepare for this 28-day cycle. So as you relax your hands, I'm going to invite you to visualize. We're going to do a little bit of a different meditation here, very powerful. We've grounded our roots. Hello, Colleen. And I invite you, if you're just joining, please take a moment to really visualize your roots of light going down your legs all the way to the heart of the earth. You want to be really grounded as we do this. And now, as we do that, I invite all of us, to visualize hovering over the crown of your head, this beautiful circle of light. So hovering over your head is this beautiful circle of light. It's like an entryway, a portal of light that's hovering over the crown of your head. And you're gonna imagine now, remember, we are connected to the earth, the heart of the earth. So even as we go up into the ethers, we're gonna be very grounded. So now visualize that you're moving up through that portal of light. We're moving up. You're floating up. If there is an angel or a being of light that you you're visualizing holding your hand, you can do that, or visualize your soul holding your hand. But you're moving up, 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 up through this light. You're going past the roof of your house. You're moving up. You're very safe. We're doing this together. Moving up, all the way up to the sky. Again, you're very safe, but you're moving up to this pure light. And as you go through the sky, you're moving through the star systems. So you're seeing all different constellations of stars, and you know that you are very safe as you're moving up through all these star nurseries, star systems. We're moving through the different planes. So moving through, and you don't need to know if you're like, what are planes? It doesn't matter. Just listen to my voice. So we're just moving up to this pure light. So we're moving up to the 4th plane, moving up through the 5th plane, up through the 6th plane. You're just moving up. You're just moving up. Your consciousness is rising, 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 rising. And then as you go through the 6th plane, picture now this beautiful door. This beautiful doorway might be just the most beautiful ornate door that you see, and you see that there's all this light emanating. You know that when you open that door, there's going to be so much light. So we're opening that door together. We're doing this together. We're very safe. And you're going through this door into the 7th plane, into this beautiful ocean of light. There's all this beautiful light as you step into this 7th plane. And this light does not hurt your eyes, but it is the most radiant light you have ever experienced. You might feel some tingliness, that is normal. If you don't feel anything, that is fine as well. But you are in this light, in this beautiful light, the 7th plane. You're here connecting with the divine, with source, whatever word you use, with God, with Sophia God, as I'm referring to the creator in these days, the creatrix. So you're in this space. And just let yourself be here in this light, and you're aware that this light is pure love. And as we are here together, we are helping each other receive more of the divine's love than we've ever received before. You might notice your resistance, your fear to receiving this much love. Your soul is in charge, so your soul knows how much you can receive in this moment, but you are in this beautiful space of light. And I want you to get very comfortable as I'm going to set the timer just for like 1 minute, and I'm going to be silent. And during that time, you're just going to be in this light. You don't need to solve anything in this moment. You're just letting yourself get used to being in the light of the divine, in the light of the Creator, in your own holy light. So let's go ahead and do that. So silent for 1 minute. And taking some nice breath. We stay here, so we're staying in this ocean of light. And now in this space, if you haven't done so already, just pour your heart out to the divine, to your own holy soul. So if there's anything that's worrying you, if there's anything that's creating heaviness for you, in this beautiful light, just pour it out. Just like whatever it is, just say it if you need to say it. If you can say it out loud, if you have privacy, let yourself say it out loud. You're just putting it out there. And let that be there to be blessed and healed beyond your understanding. So anything that you're like, oh, I don't want to think about that, just put it there. And then from that place of emptiness, now we bring that intention, right? That today on the new moon, we begin a 28-day cycle. And you're asking your own Holy Spirit, you're asking the divine, beautiful source creator that loves you unconditionally. You're asking beautiful creator, beautiful creatrix, show me a vision of what I meant to create, what I am meant to nurture in this 28-day cycle that begins today. So just ask that, show me a vision of what I am meant to create and nurture in this 28-day cycle that begins today. And just see that suddenly there's this beam of light that is going in your heart and is bringing that vision in. So if you don't see the vision yet, that's okay. You might. But just feel your heart be receiving all of the guidance that you need that will become clear at the right moment for you. So I'm going to be quiet now for a few moments as you receive, again, this vision of what you are meant to nurture and create during these 28 days. And then in this space, ask your beautiful soul, beautiful creator, creatrix, for a word. I know that many of you, like me, have a word for the year. Now we're asking for a word for these 28 days. It might be the same word you have for the year, or the creatrix, the creator might add something else. So just say, beautiful soul, beautiful Holy Spirit, beautiful divine, What is a word that will be my fuel for these 28 days? So in other words, this is the fuel of how you are meant to create and nurture whatever the creator, the creatrix said you're meant to create. So let's just listen in silence for a few moments. And let that word just be in your heart. If you didn't receive it yet, it will come at the right time for you. And now in this space, we're all here on the 7th plane together in all this beautiful light. I'm going to count backwards from 10 all the way to 1. And what that's going to do is, as we do that, we're going to come back together to this physical space where we're at. Okay, so wherever you are, if your eyes are closed, that's fine. Feel that beautiful light of the 7th plane. And then we go back 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let yourself really be in your body. Feel those roots connecting to the heart of the earth and connecting with each other as we did in the beginning. And trust that you received exactly what you were meant to receive today. That it will continue to unfold today, more guidance, more of that vision. And we bring the palms of our hands together. Deep gratitude for each other, all of you who are here live, all of you who will watch the recording. Because we know that when 2 or more are gathered, there is our I am presence. So we bow to each other, we bow to our own beautiful heart. See your soul bowing to you, and all of these divine ascended master guides bowing to you as well for your heroic journey, heroic human journey. It takes a lot of courage to be in this human journey. So we end this inner journey with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. And let's go ahead and bring our roots back. So I know we connected our roots, so let's bring them back to ourselves. So we're here in our space. And I'll just burn a little bit of sage, and I just want to pull a few cards, and then we shall be done. This is actually, I'm still on vacation today, but I was really guided to do this. My soul was like, do this. So I'm gonna burn this beautiful sage for you. And please take time today to write down whatever came. And again, your soul always answers you. So if you're watching this and you're like, I got nothing, I don't have a word, I didn't hear anything, please do not doubt. It's not that your soul was like, ew, I'm not going to talk to you. Like, it's there. It's going to become clear and apparent at exactly the right time for you. So, take some moments today to walk in nature, to journal some things as you prepare, right? We talked about in the beginning, set yourself up for success for these 28 days. If you didn't watch the first part of the transmission today, I recommend that you go back to really hear about the teaching of sovereignty, right? And what does that mean? And how we are all being guided to connect to that sovereign place within so that we can create the world that we want to create. And I'm going to pull a card for you, so let me do that. Oh, thank you, Jan. So let's see. Hi, Lorenza. Hey, Amy. So let's pick some cards. This is for the new moon to new moon, from now to August 18th. Oh, and please remember, Thursday at 10 a.m., virtual career Reiki, 1 hour. It gets recorded, so if you can't attend live, you will receive the recording. It is all about embodying your sovereignty, right? It's all about clearing that old program, right? That old programming that I was talking about earlier today that keeps us focused on the wrong things and that keeps us sabotaging ourselves. Again, there's nothing to be ashamed of. We all have that programming. But we are really being initiated in 2020 and the beginning of 2020, also this decade, in learning to notice that egoic programming, but have our divine self be the default. So we are led from there. We share our medicine from that place. We are in the world, but not of the world, as great ascended Master Jesus said, right? And you all know, if you watched me before, I am not talking about dogma Christianity here. All right, so let's see. Surrender card for these 28 days. What's the message? Love this. Surrender to success. It says you are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. There you go. Surrender to success. And it says leap in there. Remember, 2020 is a leap year. This is a year of quantum leaps, of those things that have held you back forever and ever. I have those things, right? That I'm like, when am I going to be done with that pattern? This is the year when that happens. Oh, hello, Chris. Good to see you here. So, surrender to success. Message number 1. Now, of course, since it's the new moon, I had to do, I should say that's the surrender deck. I'll put it in the comments. I'll put the names of the decks because I always like to give them credit in case you want to purchase a deck. This is the beautiful moon deck. So let's see what's the message for these 28 days. Oh my gosh, it's bees. I love bees. Collaboration brings more sweetness into my life and into the world. Look at this. I don't know if you can tell, these are honeybees, and it's in a honeycomb. So there's something about that. Ooh, prosperity is your word. I love that. Please feel free to share what your word was. My word for the year is commitment, committed. And I got this before in another Facebook Live, but I still stayed. It was like ease. So it's like my soul was like, these 28 days, that paradox, which my brain can't understand, right? My ego's like, wait, if I'm supposed to create all this, I need to hustle, hustle, hustle. But my soul's like, nope, the way you're going to create this is through ease. That was my word. So anyway, this says collaboration brings more sweetness into my life. So this is about really connecting with your sister, brother, soul tribe, right? Whoever that is, that together, when we do this together, we can take those quantum leaps so much faster. This also means being very honest with yourself about those people and relationships in your life that you've outgrown. And there's no judgment, but I'm hearing that very specifically for some of you watching this, that there is some relationships that you've just outgrown. And it's like, have the courage and love for yourself and others to let those go, let those groups go. So here, call on the bee medicine. And finally, from the Soul Coaching by Denise Lynn Oracle. Again, remember, this is for these 28 days. Okay, this one's popping up. I love this reading. Abundance. We got abundance. All my needs are met above and beyond my greatest expectations. Look at this. All right, so let's look at the sentence. We've got surrender to success, which, by the way, that might sound easy. It is not. We have a lot, we as humans can have a lot of programming that resists success. We feel guilty, we feel not worthy, we feel like it's going to be too much responsibility, we feel people are going to abandon us or be jealous of us or all sorts of crazy things. Again, we say this with compassion because we all have this, but this is saying surrender to success. Ask yourself that question, and this came up in another transmission, which I can't remember now which one it is. What does success mean like to your soul? Ask your soul, what does being successful mean right now for me? Your ego has a vision of it. That's not the one we're following. What is your soul saying is success? Abundance. And of course, we had the collaboration was in the middle there, right? Well, I need more arms. There we go. So collaboration. There's going to be people who are coming to you that are going to help you either by becoming your clients and students or by supporting you in some way to share your medicine. All right, there we go. And of course, we have Maha Avatar Babaji as the overlighting mentor. So really, and Babaji brings a lot of medicine of yoga, also embodiment through yoga, so or other exercise. So make sure that's part of these 28 days as well. So everyone, thank you so much. This was, I love spending time with you, and love that my soul really is very loud and clear about when I'm supposed to do these, because this was not planned, but it was, I'm here and I'm glad you were here. Feel free to share it with others. And I hope to see you Thursday. That's $33. That's the Embody Your Sovereignty Virtual Career Reiki. If you've never done it before, hey Christina, gracias de nada. It is quite amazing. Hello, you're welcome everyone. I would love to see you. And again, those are recorded. So even if you can't attend live, you will receive the recording and receive all of the healing from that. Bye. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the new moon planned for these 28 days so that you can really embody your sovereignty during these 28 days and nurture and create whatever your soul said you were meant to do. Bye, everyone. See ya.